Even with probiotics, which are widely regarded as safe and familiar, it is important to begin with precautions, particularly for older adults whose gut and immune systems may be more sensitive. Most people tolerate probiotics well, but concentrated multi-strain supplements can occasionally cause mild bloating, gas, or transient digestive discomfort. Individuals with severe immunodeficiencies or certain chronic illnesses should consult a healthcare professional before initiating supplementation, because live bacteria can rarely pose a risk in these contexts. Quality and standardization are essential. Different probiotic products vary significantly in strain composition, viability, and colony-forming unit counts. When these considerations are addressed, the benefits of probiotics for gut-driven inflammation and immune health in aging adults become especially compelling. This trial followed older adults over several months, tracking markers of intestinal permeability, systemic inflammation, and gut microbial diversity. Zonulin, a protein that regulates tight junctions in the intestinal lining, was used as a measure of gut barrier integrity. Elevated zonulin levels indicate increased intestinal permeability, the so-called leaky gut, which allows bacterial products and inflammatory signals to enter circulation, contributing to chronic systemic inflammation and immune dysregulation. IL-6, a pro-inflammatory cytokine, was measured to evaluate systemic inflammation, and microbiome diversity assessments were used to determine how probiotic supplementation influenced the overall ecosystem of the gut. The findings were striking. Participants taking probiotics demonstrated significant reductions in zonulin levels, suggesting improved intestinal barrier function. A stronger gut lining prevents translocation of inflammatory molecules into the bloodstream, reducing chronic immune activation. This effect alone has broad implications for aging adults, as intestinal permeability has been increasingly linked to metabolic dysfunction, low-grade inflammation, and accelerated tissue aging. By supporting a healthier gut barrier, probiotics help create a protective environment that reduces inflammatory stress on organs and tissues throughout the body. Systemic inflammation, as reflected by IL-6, also declined in the probiotic group. Lower IL-6 signals a reduction in chronic, low-grade inflammation that drives many age-related conditions, from cardiovascular strain to insulin resistance, joint stiffness, and cognitive decline. When gut permeability is reduced and systemic inflammation is tempered simultaneously, the body can operate in a more balanced, resilient state. This dual effect, stabilizing the gut while calming systemic inflammation, highlights the importance of the gut, immune axis in healthy aging, and demonstrates how interventions targeting the microbiome can have far-reaching physiological benefits. Equally encouraging was the improvement in microbiome diversity observed in the study. A diverse gut microbiome is associated with better digestion, more robust immune signaling, and increased production of beneficial metabolites, such as short-chain fatty acids. These compounds support intestinal health, modulate inflammation, and even influence energy metabolism and neurological function. By enhancing microbial diversity, probiotics help restore a more youthful, resilient gut ecosystem, which in turn strengthens immune function and systemic health. This is particularly important for older adults, whose microbiomes often lose diversity due to age-related dietary changes, medications, and environmental factors. Mechanistically, probiotics appear to influence multiple pathways. They compete with pathogenic bacteria, reinforce the gut barrier, stimulate regulatory immune cells, and modulate cytokine production. These coordinated effects not only reduce the inflammatory burden but also promote more efficient immune responses, improving the body's ability to respond to infections and repair tissues. Over time, this support can translate into better digestion, reduced fatigue, improved mood, and a general sense of internal balance, benefits that often go unnoticed but profoundly affect quality of life in older adulthood. Another positive aspect is the practicality of probiotic supplementation. While fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, and kimchi provide natural sources of beneficial bacteria, achieving therapeutic levels consistently through diet alone can be challenging, especially for older adults with dietary restrictions, reduced appetite, or digestive sensitivities. Capsules or standardized powders deliver a reliable, controlled dose of targeted strains, making long-term adherence simpler and more effective. The broader implications of these findings are substantial. By improving gut barrier integrity, reducing systemic inflammation, and enhancing microbiome diversity, Probiotics support a healthier gut, immune axis, which is a central determinant of overall resilience in aging. Healthier gut function not only reduces chronic inflammatory stress, but also supports cardiovascular health, metabolic balance, and even cognitive function. Over months, these improvements can accumulate, helping older adults maintain vitality, independence, and a stronger capacity to respond to everyday physiological challenges. Taken together, this research suggests that probiotic supplementation is a powerful, natural strategy for reducing gut-driven inflammation in older adults. By lowering zonulin and IL-6 while increasing microbiome diversity, it addresses core mechanisms that contribute to age-related immune dysregulation. When used responsibly, with attention to product quality and appropriate strains, probiotics provide a practical, evidence-based approach to support the gut, immune axis, promote systemic resilience, and enhance long-term health and vitality as people age.